this video, I want to share the first 7 months of my journey doing videography full time. It didn't go quite as expected. There was definitely some fumbles, or another way to look at it, I guess, is just learning opportunity. Things that I was able to apply to my workflow today, my mindset today, and hopefully it can apply to you regardless of where you're at in your journey. So we'll dive into it and hopefully you can learn a thing or two from my mistakes. So this was during the period where I was super passionate about video, still am, but this is where I was really just getting started and getting excited about the journey, just creating and doing things. So while working at this home improvement store for 3 years and 3 months, I was just ready to get out. I wanted to spread my wings, so to speak, and fly. Or at least I thought I was gonna fly. So fast forward, I was about to get married in the year of 2019 this was. And I had a new client who also had another business. And I also had a wedding booked. I had a couple other jobs. So I was like, you know what? I feel like it's time. I'll say what went wrong. I was in the back of this building we were in filming this event. There was a huge crowd of people and I was trying to film the people on stage. Part of the issue I had, even though the event got started, there were still people up and moving pretty often. So you would see people coming across the camera like this. What I tried to do to fix it in post was switch camera angles so that I could time it right so that you wouldn't see someone walking right in front of the lens. If you can, even location scout a little bit, whether that is going in person and seeing where you might set up the camera, or maybe you get a photo and see what the area looks like, or someone can take a video for you so you can at least have an idea of where you might want to position it. So the next section, we were recording some interviews, and there was multiple things that went wrong with this, but again, it was just lack of knowledge, lack of experience. We tucked away trying to get away from people out of the main area to do these interviews, but it was in such an echoey, bouncy room. You know, it would have probably been better off doing it in the loud noise room with everyone else. So that was the first issue, was location. If you make this mistake, don't beat yourself up. We've all done it. I still do it at times where I'm like, oh shoot, should have moved just to a slightly different location, whether that's for the best sound, lighting, whatever. And so the audio was very echoey, a lot of reverb in there. So that was the first issue. The first mic, it was a Zoom H1 recorder. I put it on the Gal, the Lav mic. It worked fine initially, but I came to find out later on, I didn't lock the recording, which makes it so if you tap the record button, it won't turn off. It'll keep recording. I didn't lock it. So sure enough, 30 seconds, a minute in, she accidentally bumps it, turns it off. So lost one recorder right off the bat. So anyways, I'm micing up the CEO. This was a brand new Lav mic. I had never tested. I just was like, oh yeah, plug it in and it'll work. You should test your gear. Just best practice in general. 1, to get an idea of the sound quality. 2, to make sure there isn't some quirky thing with it, which happened with me. This Lav mic, you needed to put a battery in, one of those little circular, I think like watch batteries or something. It was a little different. But anyways, I just didn't have the microphone part of it working. So no audio from him. The only audio I was left with was on camera shotgun mic. And keep in mind, this is already a really echoey room. And I'm also probably 12 feet away. There's multiple deliverables we got from this. The event itself recording was okay, but the main thing was the audio with these interviews. And so sure enough, the client was like, hey, is there any other audio? And I'm sweating like, ooh, is there? Didn't go good. And as you would expect, there wasn't a call back, and that opportunity, that door was closed. There was another client who actually referred me to the CEO who was operating these 2 businesses. Because later on, the other client, I think when he found out how the shoot went, I didn't get a call back. A lot of these things was lack of experience, but the main thing was lack of preparation. Always practice before you get in the field. And you know, at the very least, if you do all that you can do, you'll go in feeling more confident. Whereas for me, I didn't. I knew there was a lot of things I could have done differently. This sort of led into the 7-month drought. I just got a new apartment, I just got married, and then here I am thinking, okay, I'm going to do this thing full time. This was my dream. My wife was even on board, like, you know what, yeah, we'll walk this thing out. My faith was tested, my mind was tested, my emotions were tested. You know, it's like, wow, I thought I was supposed to do this. Like, here I am, I feel like I just failed right out the gate. In some sense, I may have, but in another sense, I succeeded because I stuck with it. And so that's the biggest thing here is be an optimist, stick with it. And I've heard other people share the same principle too, which is you only fail if you give up. And at the very least, give it a good amount of time. But for me, I knew I was supposed to keep going in my particular situation. You know, use discernment in your own situation. But generally speaking, I think being an optimist, stick it out. No good thing comes without opposition in life. So you need to at least face that thing, stick with it. You'll build the character, you'll build the mindset, you'll build the skills in enduring and going through that thing. And be realistic too. You can be wise and you can be an optimist at the same time. I'm not saying be happy-go-lucky and, oh, I'm just gonna keep forcing it. I'm not saying to make things contrived, but there is a certain perseverance and thing that is developed in you when you stick with something. Give it 1 year, give it 2 years, give it 3 years, but just go with where your peace is at, is what I would say. Another principle I wanna share, regardless of your background, that really helped me, and I hope it can help you, was really faith. For me, personally, it's faith in Christ. When I came at the end of myself, I could look someone who had wisdom beyond what I had. And so for me, there'd be so many times where I would pray and be like, all right, Lord, give me wisdom. If I'm missing something, show me. If there's someone I should reach out to, show me. Just help me. If I just need to endure during this time, I'll do that. But I'm surrendering. I need your help. And there'd be times where I'd have to persevere with these kinds of prayers. I have no work coming in. I really need money. This is strenuous on both my mental health. I don't want my wife to be stressed out. And I was just like this close to looking and applying for jobs. And then my aunt, who she happened to reach out this night where I was close to throwing in the towel, she texts me and it's like, honey, I have a job. Would you be willing to edit this video for me? And it was a personal video she took. She didn't know what I was going through. No one had told her like, hey, just really, you know, throw him a bone. And it might seem like a small project, but at the time, I pretty much broke because I just needed anything. And it was the timing of it that meant so much to me. It felt like a confirmation of, okay, I got you. It might only be bread for a day, manna for a day, if you will, but there's so many times where things like this happen. All that to say, I hope this was helpful to you and provided some principles and some pointers that you can bring with you into the future. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, like, share it if you want, and hopefully it can help someone else as well. But thank you so much. I'll see you in the next one.